Alright, well, let's continue Gran Turismo 6. So it's been a little while since we got back into this. Seems like we stopped at International B. Yeah, I think I actually need to start with the International B license. I think that's kind of where I left off. I do still remember that. Did I do all of the rest here, by the way? One make races are done, mission races are done, coffee break challenge. Bronze. Issue? When GT5 movie? I mean, it kind of already exists. Hey Lars, thank you for the 3 months. Welcome back, man. Alright, let's get into it. Yeah, I figured I just kind of like play some GT6, because this is kind of like a chill playthrough for me, you know? We're not doing like any interesting challenge or anything. This is still like my first playthrough of the game, so I do want to see everything the game has to offer. Oh god, I started with the cone slalom. Okay, you could not make this any worse for me if you tried. Damn it. Alright. Nice looking ride though. Yeah, actually, roof cam might be helpful for this. Oh, this is actually really bad for getting back into the game. What if I just gold this now immediately? It's not gonna happen though. Only bronze. Ah, actually just barely missed the silver. John, Mr. 23, thank you for your first time ever, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for the kind words. Okay, let's try this camera. I think I'd also play some GT6 now because at the moment I pretty much only got Gran Turismo 4 content stocked up for the VOD channel. Like nothing but Gran Turismo 4, so I figured we'd maybe like spice things up with some GT6. Whoa, why did I start so slowly? It's like the car stalled, what the hell? Okay, I'm gonna restart that immediately. Yeah, any of the first time chatters, welcome in. Oh my god, easy, 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 that's a gold. Yeah! See, sometimes all that's necessary is a different camera. Different point of view, different perspective. Have some life too. Hmm. That was pretentious. Okay, please no more slaloms. I've already had enough. Now it's just the regular Gran Turismo 6 version. In fact, it's an outdated version because we are emulating this. Hey, SWAT DX, thank you for the raid. We just got started. That was perfect timing. Thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Oh god, why is it so dark? We're exploring Gran Turismo 6. Never played this game before. Minus the little bit that I played so far. Ooh, okay. Actually, I think we dropped this car, didn't we? It was one of my main cars that I used before. I do think it was some special variant. This is basically the cover car. The ending was very slow. But again. Yeah, thank you for all the praise of on the recent video. It did make it all worth it, for sure. All the kind words. It was a little better at the end, but I don't think it was quite good enough. Yeah. Yeah, what was the GT edition car that we used? Different variant of this one. Okay, so how can I improve? I think the ending was actually pretty good already. I was a little bit slow in the beginning. Okay, never mind. Ooh, that was close. Okay, that might be it. Yes! Close, but close enough. That's what I will. Thank you, man. I also did want to revisit Gran Turismo Sport. We'll probably do that after I'm done with GT6. The thing is, I think GT6 might actually still take a little while longer if we want to do everything. So that's still a little ways off. The good thing is I do have a jailbroken PlayStation 4 now. I'm not sure if there's anything you can do with that in regards to GT Sport. I would have to look into it. Maybe there's something interesting I can do. Will we see the end of GT6 before 2030? Probably yes. There's a debug tool. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'll definitely have to look into it then. That should help a lot with messing around with the game. I'd maybe also reset my save file if I could. We can see the entire game from the beginning again. And see how it actually plays without any of the multiplayer functions. Golds? Yes, sir. But I've been well, guys. Thank you for asking. Been doing well. Just that James and I, we needed a little break after the video. Which I think is understandable. James probably needs a little more time. Because Lord knows he worked a lot harder on that video than I did. Ooh, rain. We haven't had rain races a whole lot in this game yet. I'm not sure about the physics here. Holy guacamole. John, what the hell? 5 gifted subs? And this is your first stream. You just joined. Thank you. Oh my god. Way to kick off the stream. Oh yeah, the rain physics are hard as hell. Much appreciated. Oh yeah. Okay. This is actually difficult. You have very little control. I think races in the rain pop up very rarely in this game, which is kind of weird. It's pretty much the same in Gran Turismo 4. Like in Gran Turismo 4, there's only like one race on wet terrain. But there I could kind of get it because probably the PlayStation couldn't handle, like the PlayStation 2 couldn't handle it with a full grid. Which is also why you only had one opponent in those races. But here? Be good enough. My god, I'm cutting all of these so close. Yeah, the tight camera, I'm still waiting until someone makes a camera mod for Gran Turismo 5 and 6 to loosen up the camera. That's what I love about GT Sport, by the way. You can actually change the camera settings so that the camera is a little more loose. You can technically also do that in Gran Turismo 7, but you can't get the settings the same, so the camera is still gonna be stiff no matter what in GT7. Which is why I actually enjoy playing GT Sport. Because the camera is actually pretty nice. Okay, this is even worse probably. Yes, this is indeed even worse. So I mean, if this license test puts us into some tests in the rain, I wonder if we're gonna get actual rain races now. Guess we're gonna have to find out. This is awfully slow, by the way. Okay, not much more is needed though. Just have to take these first few corners a little better. Then we should be good. Yeah, there you go, just like that. Hello, Mysterine, I have a question. Sure, just ask. There you go, there's our license. Do we get a car for this? We do. Great, thank you. Do I even want to change the color on this? Okay, you know what? This looks kind of funky. I'll go with this. The car is so massive, it actually makes the entire game lag. It's pretty funny. Do you usually adapt your stream overlay elements to YouTube video thumbnail? No? Not something I care about, no. I've seen Smiling Friends 4 months ago. They made a noticeable reference to Bear Revenge on PS2. Really? No. I don't know what that is. I guess that's some sort of show. GT4 randomizer, the countdowns disappear. How do you fix that? I've never seen that. I don't know. Never had that issue. Hey, Michael Joy, thank you for the 10 months. I appreciate it. This is a nice car, by the way. I kind of want to use it. Thank you. Yeah, I bet. Actually, I like the matte black here already. The thing is, the roll cage is blue, so I kind of want to adapt the car to the roll cage. Let's actually go with this blue here. I'll probably use this car. It's quite nice. Alright, there you go, we got the license. These are quick. Only like 8 tests or whatever. International A-class events are now available. Alright, let's have a look. How much do we have to go? Okay, actually this doesn't seem like that much. I think International B had more events. Yeah, definitely. Or maybe these are longer. Like the wind. Yeah, you can see that some of these have like a lot of stars. And also some of these are locked. Interesting, in order to enter this event you first need to complete the 550... the previous championship. Okay, that's interesting. That's actually new. And honestly I think that's a cool idea, by the way. That certain events are locked until you until you beat a previous event. And I don't recall any other Gran Turismo games doing that, except for maybe in GT4. For the GT World Championship, we have to beat everything prior to it. I actually quite like this idea, that certain events are only unlocked once you do a previous one. Okay. Guess we're starting with World Circuit Tour. Event held on a series of real-world racetracks in Japan, Europe, and America. Dominate all 5 circuits to take home the win. What's the entry requirements? We can check that again. Okay. So, only hard racing tires? And 600 pp. I guess as opponents we're gonna have some touring cars. So, maybe we can take one of ourselves. Getting All-Stars in the International Beat is worth it. Gives you a free car. Yeah, I think I had to redo some events, unfortunately, for it. Maybe I'll do it later. Or should I buy a race car myself? If I can. We do have some money. Pretty sure I could afford one. No, I don't do song donations typically. I do want to introduce a day where I allow it. Maybe on Saturdays. Where you can donate songs to play on stream. Yeah, dealerships. Actually, there should be new recommended cars. International A. Yeah, there we go. You don't actually have to spend that much. The Megane is actually only 100 credits. 100,000 credits. Yeah, some sort of touring car would be nice. Touring cars. There we go. Yeah, that one is very cheap, but it's also... I mean, the PP limit is 600. We could get there with some upgrades. If a certain car doesn't really meet the requirements. Ooh, I actually really like this car. I think this is the cover car from Shift, right? Either one of these. It's quite nice. Like Need for Speed Shift, I mean. Can you perchance sort by pricing? I don't think so. Not here at least. We actually did use this car. We actually already have a touring car. We do have this one. I really like this car. We could use it again. Well, we have the Prius touring car, but it's not fast enough. Yeah, there we go. We actually already have one. This one was nice. But I'm also down to buy something new. I think at this point we should earn a little more money from these events so we can just try out different cars. Yeah, that is. Golf touring car would be kind of funny. I remember some of these from Gran Turismo 4. This one was actually in Gran Turismo 3 even. So I think some of them are pretty expensive. We could just go with this one. Oh wait, it's 1 million. No man, it's 1 million credits. But you can't really sort this, I think. A little bit all over the place. I did quite like the what was it? An SXLM race car. That's actually that goes kinda hard actually. That does go kinda hard. Unfortunately, I can't select a different color. Like, the color is a little bit boring. I mean, maybe you could change it. A GT Auto. Goes kinda hard, I think. Looks a little bit bland, though. I was interested in this one, actually. The E92 could deserve some more love. I'm not sure if we could get the money back for this one. If we do use it. There's probably better deals here, but... this is what I'm in the mood for. What's the difference between these two? Livery looks a little different, but that's kind of it. I think I like this one more. Go for this one. Should also have an interior. Okay. So where do we go first? Custom parts, I think, is what I usually check first. So I think this car probably, yeah, doesn't have anything. It's already a race car. It has a lot more numbers plate. 2011 has Nürburgring numbers plate. Huh. Okay, this car should already be on racing tires. Yes, that's nice. Yeah, since it's a race car, there isn't much to upgrade. Or anything, I guess. Turbo. Can only get the low range though. But I do like that the car is actually aspirated. I kind of want to keep it that way. Maybe we'll be fine. Let's see. Let's see if we do okay. I was expecting this race to be a little longer now. Yeah, 5 laps. Okay, now I think we can keep up here. Don't think the opposition is too fast. By worst case, we'll let the turbo. Holy moly, okay, this car is grip for days. Holy, okay. That's a little unexpected. Okay, you do lose control though, if you go off track. I mean, duh, but... I mean, it's a funky mix here of rally cars, touring cars, probably some GT4 cars as well. It's a very, very interesting mix of cars here. Bit of everything. Kind of mind, this car does like to snap over steer, as I have now noticed. Gotta be a little careful on the throttle when I exit the corners. There's even like a... Isn't that a Mitsubishi Colt? What a weird mix of cars here. Oh yeah, I remember this was a thing. But to be honest, I'm not sure if I want to turn this off traction control. I think I'll need it. Kinda hard to see the interior here. Yeah, I did stream... What was it? F123, I think? The last one that had the story mode, we did stream that. I think it might have been the only time I actually streamed an F1 game. Okay, I will say between this and the Skyline R32 that we had before, like the race car version, I think that one was better. Like the rear-wheel drive makes this a little harder to control. You guys are paying attention to the names. I totally missed those. I'm surprised the Renault is this fast here. Tune the suspension, make it less snappy. If only I knew how to tune. What, do you expect me to be a driver and a mechanic? Holy, okay. You can use the snap oversteer to advantage though. Hey, reset the picture. Thank you for the 11 months with Prime. Pretty sure I did. Thank you. I'm glad so many people enjoyed it. It will probably be a while until we make a video of that caliber ever again. Just saying. Like a video like this, I think might only come around once a year, at most. But I think we're gonna keep the style of that video throughout the rest of the channel now. That every video has a bit of a story going on. It's just that maybe we won't have like, I don't know, half a dozen montages and songs and a billion scenes, you know. It's gonna be a little bit more simple from here on out, but I think we're gonna keep the general idea, like the concept intact. That every stream gets a little bit of a narrative around it. I think that's just kind of fun. Next video 6 hours? No. Oh no. Because I do like the style and you guys seem to really enjoy it, and the thing is, what's most important for me on YouTube at least is making content that is actually memorable. I don't actually care that much about the views or the money. Sure, I'm not gonna deny it's important to a certain degree since I live off of it. But what's actually important for me is that you guys actually remember the videos and, you know, that I leave an impression on you guys. And that maybe in a few years' time you come back to watch the videos out of nostalgia because you remember them so fondly. That's, you know, what matters to me. And I think if we just keep doing like these story-based stream highlights, I think we can just achieve that to a much greater degree. So yeah, that's probably gonna be the way to go. Okay, that Opel Calibra is fast. You miss when I was playing obscure racing games? I will actually. I actually managed to dig up an obscure racing game that I'm really excited to check out this week. There will be another one of those streams because it's something that I noticed as well, that I haven't really done one of those streams in a while where we just check out an obscure game and just play it. So yeah. Little hint, it's a Genki game, but I'm not gonna say anything more. In fact, we might actually just check it out tomorrow. Why not? It's already set up. Yeah, I also noticed I did update the channel description, but I mean it was fairly outdated anyways. Like I need to kind of pay attention. I don't want to bid it now. And now that I also sort of understand how the car works, I stopped slamming down the throttle after every corner. We could actually drive this home. I mean, it's a race car. You have to be a little bit more careful with the throttle. You can't just slam it. Oh wow, that's actually good money. 70, almost 72,000 credits. So we should actually get our money back from the purchase of this car. That's actually good. So we're actually making a profit. Now that's not the Spec 2 mod. Gran Turismo 6 also has a Spec 2 mod. For anyone that's confused, but yeah, it's not installed. Oh fuck me, Brands Hedge. You get the same feeling when you have to race the Brads. It's just... I'm not sure how to feel about this track, to be honest. Honestly, it's just the first corner that I really hate. The rest is kind of okay. I mean, it does feature a decent bit of elevation, which is generally a plus for any racetrack. And also not exactly commonplace. So it has that going for it. But it's just this corners here, man. I mean, nowadays I kind of get it. Like, I'm fine doing this one. I say it's almost been it. Because I've done this one a few times by now, but it just doesn't feel good. I don't know. Now it feels like I get the most out of that corner no matter what I do. This is pretty much blind. If Polyphony makes another Gran Turismo, is it gonna be new or copy paste? Hard to say. I mean, if they intend to make another Gran Turismo for the PlayStation 5, it's probably gonna be a little more copy and paste. If the next Gran Turismo is gonna be for the PlayStation 6, then yeah, it might be a little bit more new, a little bit more fresh, a little bit more, dare I say, from the ground, made from the ground up. By the way, should we check back in with Forza Motorsport? It's been a year. And frankly, when I streamed it, I didn't even properly play it. I just let the AI driver mess around in online, that's kind of it. Things I still don't have the game. Like I didn't buy it because I played it in Game Pass. Like I imagine pretty much anyone else. So why are my lights on? Okay, everyone's lights on. Even though it's bright as day. Interesting. To be honest, I don't think much changed with the new Forza. It's pretty much still the same as it ever was. Not even that much content added in, especially not in the single player portion. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to find something of value, who knows. I mean, they did overhaul the economy, didn't they? Like these weird car points, they changed the entire way the system works. So, that's something. I'll check out my first Gran Turismo, which is a GT7 demo at the core. What is that? I've not heard of that. Oh wait, no, I do remember they wanted to make some sort of introduction demo to GT7. Maybe? I don't know. Like, I still like a PS5. I'm not sure if that demo is gonna be for PS4. And well, now my PS4 is jailbroken, so yeah, I'm not sure if that's even gonna be an option. I mean, I'll have to buy a PS5 sooner or later anyways for GTA 6, so maybe something I'll invest in next year. For videos, what about opinions and thoughts? I don't get the questions. Obviously, you're allowed to think and have opinions in a video. Yeah, sure. Wanna buy a Xbox Series X for GT6? I mean, you could do that too. Would probably be cheaper. And you get the same experience. I think there's still a few exclusives on PS5 that I would check out. Namely Gran Turismo 7. But maybe also stuff like Astrobot. Any Final Fantasy games that aren't on PC yet. At least for me. I'll have to look into that, my first Gran Turismo thing. I only vaguely heard of it when people brought it up in chat. I'm not entirely sure what it's about yet. Is it better to focus on memorability compared to simply expressing what you have in mind for videos? I don't think that really matters. Create something that you care about. For me personally, I don't really enjoy putting out opinions anymore in video form because they'll always piss off some people. And I don't know, like who cares? Like who cares what I think? Make what you want to make. Don't be so concerned about what people want to see. I think GT7 is better than Forza Motorsports. At this stage, probably, yeah. I think GT7 has, generally speaking, more to offer and a more solid base experience than the Motorsport reboot. Gotta wait more for more trailers and stuff. Okay, gotcha. I mean, is there really a point to playing it when you already have Gran Turismo 7 then? Is what I'm asking, if it's just like a massively shrunken down of a version of GT7. I'm not sure if there's any point to even play it. Daytona. I would say night races look really good here. I think the lighting can be a little bit over bright sometimes. On stuff that's lit, but yeah. I do have to say though, because I also played the Forza games that came out around the same time as GT5 and 6. They did look better. Like graphically speaking, I do think Forza Motorsport 5 and 6 did look better. Particularly 6. Especially at night. However, those games were boring as fuck, so it doesn't really matter. My god, they were boring. Like, I honestly really kind of had the urge to go back to some older Forza games. Like, namely Motorsport 2 and 4, maybe also 3. With 5 and 6, it's like I played those for like 2 streams each, I think. And that's that. Like, I feel like I'm done for a lifetime on those games. I've seen enough. Is GT6 just as good on PS3 as it is on emulator? It's probably better on if you have an original PlayStation 3 lying around. Because you can install the latest update. You will probably have a more stable experience overall. Like, I'm mainly playing this on emulator out of necessity because I don't have a PlayStation 3 and I don't want to get a PlayStation 3. It's more convenience that I play this on emulator. If you can play it on an original console. Like, it's playable on the emulator, I would say. You can play it, you can go through the game. But you will have some choppy frame rates, you'll have some graphical glitches, you'll have, yeah, occasionally some crashes. Thankfully not that many though. So just keep that in mind. Watching my GT6 streams made you get a PS3 just for this game? Hey, nice. Well, I hope you enjoy. Simple 2000s? Simple 2000 games. I'm not actually sure what those are. I've never heard of those before. A collection of cheap, low-budget games by... Okay. I mean, it seems fairly unrelated to the channel, though. If there's something racing related in there, sure, maybe. But What I think is worse right now, Forza Motorsport 8 or Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. I mean, that's tough to say. I would say at this point probably TDU, because it feels more unfinished. The thing is, at least Forza Motorsport 8 has a single player campaign. It's dry as hell, but it's there. And it's at least functional, like the frame rate is better. And it's just generally a little more playable. The thing is that I just don't really see anything that TDU Solar Crown offers at the moment that other games don't offer in a better form. Like TDU Solar Crown at the moment just doesn't really have the social features to justify its existence. Like you're not only region locked to players in the same region that you live in, but you're also like platform locked. So you will basically have you will play with almost nobody. Especially since the game already has a fairly low player base. And then you have that plus zero social features, like you can't really interact with other players in any meaningful way. I don't know what the point of TDU Solar Crown is at that point, you know, like... The thing is, TDU 2 was kind of similar in the beginning. TDU 2 apparently also launched pretty badly, like with server issues, etc, blah blah blah. The thing is, that game had an entire single player portion that was really enjoyable to play through. So that people could just play that in the meantime until the online stuff is fixed. Not really a thing with Solar Crown. I mean, if you want an easy answer, I think Forza Motorsport at the moment has mixed reviews on Steam. TDU Solar Crown is mostly negative. So I think that should already say enough. Like, the thing is with the new Forza, I can at least see why some people would enjoy it. Because the driving in that game is really solid. It does have decent multiplayer, if there's enough people to actually play it. Like, there's actually something there that you can enjoy if you try hard enough, but with TDU, I just don't really see that happening. I think you have to, like, gaslight yourself into enjoying that game. Like, you have to actually, like, turn a blind eye to the issues, and yeah. Just play it that way. Yeah, I'd definitely love to see the new Tokyo Extreme Racer for sure. If it looks good from initial trailers and gameplays, then I'll definitely play it. In general, I just want to say it's nice to have Japanese racing games again that aren't Gran Turismo. I think that was kind of desperately needed. Because I think Japanese game developers have a different approach to game design and how a game should play. And I think at the moment they understand better what makes a game fun and fulfilling and worth it than a lot of Western game developers. I don't want to, like, you know, generalize. There's a lot of awesome indie games out there that, you know, prove the opposite. But at least in, like, the AAA and AA business, it just happens to be that Japanese games at the moment tend to be the best ones. If you just look at, like, Game Awards from the last 2 years, and especially, like, this year, or just generally if you just look at reviews, Metacritic, whatever, you'll typically see that Japanese games, or like games made in Japan by Japanese developers, tend to be more dominant on the top side. So in that sense, I am glad that we get some Japanese racing games. Maybe some of that will translate over, you know. So yeah, might be a good sign. Yeah, except for Game Freak. There's always exceptions. There's also Western game developers that are fantastic. You know, I don't want to generalize, but I'm just saying that this is kind of like, there's like a tendency, like a tendency that currently it's mostly Japanese made, or like Japanese games made within Japan that hold a lot of the top spots of like each year. Power laps on the spa might actually take a little while. Just gotta cut over here. The weird thing is the game actually does reset you on some tracks if you cut. I think namely on Willow Springs it does that. But then on other tracks like here it's perfectly fine. Uh oh, not good. I mean, yeah, you gotta use 100%, 110% of the track. If everyone only uses 100% of the track, you gotta use 110%. I'm not sure if you can cut the last chicane there. Maybe? I can give it a try. It does remind me of something. I'm not sure if I'm already allowed to talk about it. Or rather, if I should talk about it, because I don't want to make, like, promises that don't end up being true. But you guys know Ed Meister, who is the mod developer of the Spec 2 mod for Gran Turismo 4. Him and we've been kind of talking a little bit about what could be next for the mod. And I did I did bring up the idea of a new difficulty mode. Because, you know, Gran Turismo 4 doesn't have any difficulties. And if you know what you're doing and you've played GT4 a couple of times, then it's a relatively easy game, I would say. Like, you know, we constantly have to like come up with more and more obscure challenges to make the game difficult for us. So I did bring up the idea of a new difficulty. And what I came up with is basically Kaizo mode. I've already talked about this briefly on stream before, but it was a little bit more disorganized. And currently what we're looking for is a mode where you have to approach the game a lot differently, because all of the shit that you usually use to get an advantage doesn't work anymore. Do you want to enable difficulty? Yeah. I mean, if the word Kaizo rings a bell for you, if you've maybe heard it in other niches of other gaming communities before, you probably already know where this is going. But basically what we're looking for is a mode of the game that makes the game significantly harder. So what we're planning is, like, here's how we plan this to look like. I'm not saying that this is exactly how it's gonna look like, because he still has to figure out a way how to make everything work. Basically how this should ideally look like is that, number one, every race is randomized. So you basically enter an event. Let's say in the Sunday Cup, the first race of the Sunday Cup is always like the driving park one, right? You enter it and it's entirely random. Like, the opponents are random and the track is also random. So it could be something different every time you enter it. But in a way where the opponents still adjust to the performance of your car. Like, if you've used the event synthesizer in the Spec 2 mod, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's kind of like, we're kind of using the event synthesizer to basically make up the events of the rest of the career. So the opponents are always just as fast as you, no matter how much you upgrade the car, because they adjust to your car's performance, kind of like in Forza. And the track is always random. So that's point number one. Every track is random, every race is random. Opponents are also randomized. And you can't just like out-upgrade your way out of a championship. Like, you always have to kind of like think on your feet what car would be the best choice, what upgrades are strictly necessary. And then you need to drive well, obviously. Which is also harder because, number two, the penalty system from the special condition races, where if you hit a wall too hard or if you hit an opponent too hard, you know, the car slows down automatically for 5 seconds. That will be in every race now. So you can't drive dirty anymore. So that's definitely something that is possible. But what we also kind of want to look into is if we can make it so that if you leave the track, you also get a penalty or the race ends. So we're kind of looking for basically what makes you fail a license in the license center, where if you go on off track or whatever, to maybe carry that functionality over to regular races, so that you also get penalized if you go off track. So that way you can't ram anymore, you can't cut anymore, you can't wall ride anymore either. So you actually have to drive legit. Now you can't cut anymore. At least that's what we kind of ideally would like Kaizo mode to do. That also penalizes you if you cut. Hey, Genki Green, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you, we'll try. So that's something we want to look for. What Kaizo mode also does is overhaul the economy to make everything, not everything more expensive, but money is just more valuable, so you only get half the price money from everything. Car prices are the same, so if you want to buy a car, the prices are going to be the same. But obviously they're going to be a little bit harder to obtain now, since you only get half the money from every race. But also upgrades cost twice as much. Because the thing is, you can already get a lot more performance out of a car with very little upgrades. So usually all you need to do is buy a racing chip for like 1000 credits. And a flywheel for like 900 credits. Boom, you already got a way faster car. But if everything is 4 times as expensive, that means you have to stick with stock cars for a little while longer. Especially early game. You're gonna have to actually just drive stock cars. And upgrades start to become really, really valuable. And an informed decision. Like, you're gonna have to make, you know, a call if you want to like upgrade a car further, or if you'd rather buy a new car at that point. So the economy is also a lot more strict, a lot tighter, which I think should also make the game a little harder. Even though, as I said, like, upgrading shouldn't even matter that much anymore, considering, you know, opponents adjust to your old performance. But you might still want a car to be more drivable or have more top speed in certain areas, which will cost you. I'm trying to think, was that it? Yeah, there was an idea that I also threw around to limit the used car dealer, so you can't just buy like really good cheap cars anymore. So the used car dealer only has like a small handful of cars that are usable but not overpowered. Like how in the beginning of any Gran Turismo 4 playthrough you could buy the Evo, the red one, from the used car dealer, and you can already sweep like god knows how many events with that one. That's the kind of stuff we also want to remove. But we're still not really entirely sure how we go about it, because there's like 100 different entries, you know, for each in-game week. So yeah, but that's kind of the idea of Kaizo mode. Everything is random, so you can't really, you know, plan out anything ahead of time. Everything costs more, so money is more valuable. You have to make more informed purchasing decisions. You can't drive dirty anymore, you have to drive legit. And the used car dealer isn't gonna be as helpful anymore. You can't break the game with it anymore as much. So that might be a feature of the next big version of Spec 2. Which I'm 100% looking forward to. Like, the thing is, like, you know, even with all the challenges, at the end of the day, Gran Turismo 4 is still roughly the same game. Like, you go through the same motions every time. But with a mode like this, the game changes completely. Like, you have to change your approach entirely. It's still obviously the same game, but it starts to play a lot differently. It's a lot more hardcore at that point. GT4 with 2024 economy. Yeah, basically. And the fun part then is we can do all of our previous challenge runs again in the Kaizo mode. So, I wanted to cut this, right? That does work. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Even if it's gonna be painful. I think we have one more race to go. I think it was 5. 5 races in this event. Oh yeah. I vaguely remember this track. This is actually exclusive to this game. The Scurry Test Course. Only appeared in GT6. I remember this one being, like, pretty challenging. Toggling the ability to do dirty driving tactics will allow for personalized experience in single player and multiplayer. I mean, yeah, fair, but I think at that point, it's not Kaizo anymore. You know, like we call it Kaizo for a reason. But sure, having each of those things be toggleable individually would be even better. Oh god. Careful. Bump. I would say there's also some tuner cars here. Maybe this is a race car, I don't know. Oh, this one's actually only 4 laps. Yeah, I guess 1 lap takes even longer than on Spa. Like whatever the next event is, I hope I get to drive a car that's a little less angsty around the corners. Maybe I'll try something all-wheel drive. Have they made this more stable than it was? I mean, compared to a little over a year ago, definitely. This was basically unplayable before. Now you can play through the game. Like, we're already well past the halfway point at this point. It's still not ideal, but I think if you don't want to buy a PlayStation 3 just for this game, you can, and you have a PC that's good enough, you can emulate it. It's not going to be the greatest experience, but it definitely works and you can get used to it. As I said earlier, I think playing this on an actual PlayStation 3 is still superior, if you can. This is an okay alternative, if all you have is PC. Holy crap. Hey, Wargaming. They were the 17 months? Appreciate it. not sure if I'll buy a PlayStation 3 at some point. The thing is, I don't know why I would at this point. Anything that I want to play, I can just use the emulator for, even if the emulation isn't perfect yet. Like, for me, it's good enough, so I don't know. Thing is, I don't really collect games or consoles. Like, I don't buy them for collector's value. Really, like, the GT games I have in the back here were definitely an exception. It just put me into a cockpit view for a second. I didn't press anything. Like, those two were an impulse buy when I saw them in a retro store. A little more work to emulate, but you don't need to buy anything. Yeah, you don't need to buy the console for sure. And I mean, ideally, the thing is, emulating is a little bit more future-proof. Because emulators improve over time. Like, what you can get out of PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games with their respective emulators is actually insane. And I mean, hell, even with this emulator, you can play some games in 4K if you want to. If the game's supported. Like, emulation is just, it's just a little bit more future-proof. It's just kind of the way to go for any older, dare I say, retro games. Yes, Gran Turismo 6 is retro now. I don't make the rules. It's already been 11 years, guys. Hey. I think this was the championship. Oh, event. This wasn't a championship, a race. 69,000. Nice. Okay, I don't think I actually quite made my money back. I think I'm a couple credits short, but it's close enough. Could have just used the Skyline here, honestly. Would have been easier to drive. Would have saved some money, but on my first playthrough, I wanna actually try as many cars as I can. Okay, mission races and coffee break challenges are open. We'll probably check this out later. 15-minute races. Series of races with 15-minute time limits. The final standings will be decided based on who crossed the line in first place after the time limit has lapsed. Okay. It's not on a Nordschleife even, so this one's just 2 laps. Or 3, I guess, if you're in the fast car. We have to do a Scurry again here. Limo, it might be due to the emulation though. The emulation isn't 100% smooth for this. Okay, so we have a little bit more overhead for performance here. We still need to stick to racing tires. Shall we buy something new, I guess? What do they recommend? That one might be nice. Well, either of those two. Didn't we get a car from the license? Hold on. Where did it go? Date acquired. Yeah, this one. Not fast enough though. I haven't done the Vettel challenge yet. I think I'll do those later. Guys, I think this one looks a little cooler than this one. The color of this one is nice. I think I'll go for this one. Oh wait. This one's rear-wheel drive. I said I want to drive an all-wheel drive car. Tired of snap oversteer. So maybe I'll drive this one anyways. Or we could just look for something different entirely. Super GT is pretty expensive here. Yeah. Oh wait, there isn't a... No, that's a different car entirely. It's way more pricey. I did want to try this one out, but... Oh, it's MR, so it's probably gonna be even worse. I think that car was on the cover. Diablo GT2. I mean, that goes pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Needs more performance. What's that on the roof? Like, the roof scoop looks a little bit stupid, though. I will say that much. Also look from the back. I don't know. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the body kit. It has some visual customization. Oh man, this might be a mistake. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough for that one. We could try the other Skylines here, I guess. Oh, that's the car we saw as an opponent here. That's the one we had in the dealer, or like in the recommended tab. Golf. Not sure. Should I try this? Should I try the Lambo? Feels like a bad idea, Chad. We could also do this. Give me a car in this range that's all-wheel drive. There's only one car. It's literally the only one. Okay. The Skyline is literally the only one. Okay, 16 cars. I guess some regular Lambos would do. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. Definitely more expensive. But I could drive something stock now. Something like this. Buy the Tommy Kyra. Oh my god, that's a bargain. What the hell? What? Why is that one only 60k? That's a bargain. That's actually nothing. It's 3 races. Most OP car in GT6? Yeah, they forgot a 0, I think. That's absurd. 60,000 credits for this. What the hell? Okay, okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'll buy it. Can't go wrong for 60k. Not a car I would usually use, but hey. Guess we're trying something new. Ah, does it have custom wings? It does. I think that one's fine, actually. Gotta get some downforce on this thing. That's all I can do. I think I'll change the rims. I don't like the rims on this car. Like, not at all. I think they look weird. Like, these already look better. Okay, that actually goes really hard if I'm being honest. I think I'm actually just gonna buy these. Yeah, it looks like a Burnout car. Totally. Looks like something from Burnout Revenge. Okay, this color combination makes it look like a Subaru. Let's not do that. Okay, that actually works color-wise. Okay, I think that goes pretty hard, actually. Go with these. The color is pretty much the exact same on the blue. Okay, so what? I think this car needs racing tires for sure. Also, this car should weigh nothing. You get it under a ton. Is that a good idea? Is that a good idea? With this much power? Doesn't get that much more PP. Jesus Christ. Okay, this car feels like it's gonna be undrivable. I think a high range turbo kit sounds like a good idea. Let's get this. I think this we don't need. Wait, this is actually only have 5. Oh my god, okay. Okay, it comes with a suspension already. I assume racing brakes actually do something in this game as opposed to GT4. Okay, well, I'm crazy like that. Car costs nothing anyways. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Weight distribution, good idea. I should check the tuning again. I mean, weight distribution is 50-50. We don't need to add anything. At least I don't think. Dude, the cars here are insane. Oh my god. Cars here are even faster than the previous race. We might be cooked. We might be cooked. Oh, fuck. Yes, of course I have GT6 on disc. Okay, yeah, it's fast. Okay, right off the bat, a million times more controllable than the BMW. But I see it. There's a timer in the top right, top left corner now. And once that one hits 0, we need to be the first one to cross the finish line. Sounds easy enough. Okay, this car is kind of nuts. For 60k. It's ridiculous. I almost spent more on the upgrades, and I only bought 2 upgrades. Wait, did I even tune the wing? Did I even add any downforce? No interior on this one though. Okay, remind me for the next race then. And there's at least always one car in every GT game that just breaks the balance completely, where it feels like the developers kind of forgot to add a 0 to the car price. Like in Gran Turismo 3, it was the Mustang. I forgot the exact name. That's the one with the spoiler. The red one. And GT4 is the Golf. But to be honest, you can even count the Evo in the used car dealer. Mustang Cobra, SVT Cobra, yeah. And GT4 is definitely the Golf. But you could also count the Evo in the used car dealer. Here it's this one. Like, my god. What were they cooking with this? Yeah, you can do a little more weight reduction. I could replace the windows, I guess, but typically that doesn't really do much. No, now that I think about it, this might actually be the closest thing we'll get in this game to endurance races. Because I think in this game they already pretty much got rid of endurance racing, didn't they? These 15-minute races might be the closest thing to it. More races like these in the S license. Alright. I see, I see. Oh god. Yeah, the first two are pretty far ahead though. Not sure what they're driving, but I think we are getting closer at least. Nordschleife is gonna be very fun. That's gonna be very interesting. DC is on there. Might actually turn that down. Fuck. Is one a lightweight all-wheel drive car? I don't think we'll need it. Yeah, you can change TC and other stuff mid-race, but you have to set it up in the controls. That's something you can do on default, like by default. You have to actually set it up in the controls. Okay, so that's a Ford GT and a Citroen GT. Two GTs, I shouldn't be surprised. I think you can also brake super... Oh, late. You can also brake super late with this car. Yeah, who'll win? A bunch of Group 3 cars and prototypes? Or one ZZ boy for 60k? The answer might shock you. Oh yeah, by the way, I actually did intend to set up the stream for YouTube today. Because I did mention a couple times before on stream that I wanted to dual stream to YouTube for those who would rather lurk, because the viewing experience is a little better on YouTube. And some people may prefer it that way. Apparently there's a countdown, like you have to wait 24 hours until you can stream to YouTube. I think this might be because of bot related stuff. Because YouTube has a really bad issue with bots, especially in regards to live streaming. Like I wanted to set up today, but then it was like, oh wait, you have to wait 24 hours till you can start streaming. I'm like, okay, guess we'll do it tomorrow then. When horse races in Red Dead Redemption. You know, it's funny, I did actually have a stream idea for Red Dead Redemption. I'm not sure if I'll get to it eventually. I'm still thinking. Okay, 3 minutes left. Seconds out. I wonder if I can time it in a way where I can just wait ahead of the finish line instead of having to do another lap. And then cross it right as the timer hits 0, but I don't think so. I think I'll have to do another lap. You know, since we basically called this a car like from Burnout, like this, since this looks like a car that could be from the Burnout series, we should add NOS to it. We should actually take this opportunity to add some nitros. Because the car was already cheap. Like, doesn't matter. Spending 100k more, we're gonna make a profit anyways. So we could actually juice this car up. Okay, wait, we're 20 seconds ahead. Maybe I can cook. This might be tight though. Nah, I don't think I can do it. Nah, I shouldn't do it. I think if I wait ahead of the finish line, they're gonna pass me. But then they still have to do a lap themselves. Wait, no, that's not how it works. Never mind. I mean, let's look at the finish line now. Oh, okay. No, I can't see it. Okay, I'm 24 seconds ahead. I don't think it would have been enough of a lead. It was very close, yeah. Try to make fun of how the text for the final lap is so in your face. Dude, the ZZ is great. This car is fantastic. It drives a million times better than the car we had before. It doesn't have this obnoxious snap oversteer anymore that the BMW had. Get back to the scary track. Okay, I wanted to do downforce on this car. I think now especially it's gonna be important. For Nürburgring, I'm actually not sure if you want high or low. I think you want low downforce for the Nordschleife, but I don't know. Yeah, level. There we go. Can actually add a lot more downforce to the rear. What the hell? Jesus Christ. Okay. Fully maxed out. Let's see how it drives now. That's a ridiculous amount. The game froze. The game, or the emulator could not handle the sheer amount of downforce this car exuded. Okay, yeah, the emulator officially crashed. Yikes. Way too much downforce. It's a slow death. This simulator does not want to die. Okay, there we go. My god. I mean, from what I remember, you want to restart the game every 2-ish hours anyways. Because after a while, the performance just gets worse and worse. And by restarting the emulator, you at least... Oh my god, this is gonna take fucking forever. Jesus. By restarting the emulator, you at least make it so that the frame rate becomes a little bit better again. Why does this take so long? Hey, Jasper, thank you for the 45 months with Prime. Thank you. You definitely do, man. Maybe you'll find some at your MX5 meetings. Or car meetings in general. Okay, this takes forever. This actually takes longer than when I first booted up the game earlier. Usually the first boot up is always the longest, and then every subsequent boot up is a little shorter. So I'm not sure why this takes even longer now than before. Oh well. I guess in the meantime I can plug my stuff. So if you haven't checked out the new main channel video yet, go do it. It's been out for a couple days. Oh, best video yet. Oh, actually we can see the highlights now. Well, people replayed the Spinny Cooper event. That's funny. And then this. This was the Copen. Ah, this was the ending. Nice. A lot of people actually went back for the post-credit scene. That's actually kind of fun. Right, go check this out. But the VOD channel is also running again. If you want to catch up on some older streams, or if you just want some background audio. I actually just started uploading the 100% run in its entirety today. So it's gonna be split up by days. That's why the first one is so long. But yeah, also other stuff here. A lot of GT4 content. There's gonna be a lot of Gran Turismo 4 content on the VOD channel actually. So yeah. But there's also still gonna be one more part for GTA 4. I think this was the previous to last one. Yeah, GT4 and GTA 4. So we gotta mix it up with some other stuff eventually. But yeah. And we might also stream to this channel. Like I talked about this earlier. I do want to dual stream to YouTube. And I think I want to do this on the VOD channel. Like that should just make things a little easier. Later down the line. So yeah, if you want to watch streams on YouTube rather, also subscribe to this one. Oh my god, why does this take so long, man? This takes even longer than before. How about the Saints Row video? What about the Saints Row video? I mean, these are pretty old by now. A lot of people actually watched this VOD here. This one's actually getting crazy views for VOD. Disc reader can read very fast. The very legit disc reader that I have, yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna hijack Dub's stream because he's also streaming GT6. There's some gameplay. Wait. Did you hear that? What the hell was he saying? Okay, he didn't hear that. I'm gonna hijack his gameplay. I've done this before while we're waiting for this to boot up. Oops. See, now we're totally playing the game. Let's go. Oops, wait, no, that's not what I wanted. We're playing. See, we're playing the game now. See, streaming is so easy, guys. You have no idea. Streaming can be so easy. Yeah, it's like when I streamed Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. I think we did the exact same thing. I also hijacked the stream. React content. I've become a React Andy. The thing I despised. Yeah, we were playing the squirrel game, and then in the corner we had his gameplay up. Because people were crying that there wasn't any any TDU gameplay. He's actually using B-Spec. I haven't seen B-Spec in this game because that's a thing they later added in updates. But unfortunately, we're not playing on an update that has B-Spec. It's actually the first time I'm seeing it. Looks roughly the same as in GT5, just the UI is a little bit different. Oh, hold on, we might be cooking. The emulator might be cooking. Okay, I think we're back. Thanks, Dove. Okay. Let's get back into it. So it doesn't crash again. Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll start some fake drama. And Dove and I will just both pretend to get upset. and then make bank off of the drama. Oh wait, the car downforce settings didn't change, I think. I think I have to do those again. Yeah, exactly. The emulator didn't crash just now. If it crashes again, we know why. It's because the emulator actually cannot handle this car. That'd be funny. Those 7 hijacking situation is crazy. Oh yeah, the game does run a lot smoother now though. Like, restarting the emulator once in a while really helps. This does feel a lot more smooth. I would suggest doing that every 2 hours anyways. Yeah, it could be a shader caching issue, it could be a memory issue. Who knows, really? Yeah, the other downforce definitely helps. You can definitely feel it in the mid, like in the medium speed corners and high speed corners. Can I just like completely skip that? Time is actually. Okay, it's almost time for the daily stream reset. Prepare everyone. The stream cuts out for a few seconds for no reason. It is almost time. Yeah, the music is from Out of Rally. Yeah, get your Fs ready. It's still gonna take a while though. Like, I'd say in 20 minutes. Roughly in 20 minutes. Oh god. I will say the more I drive on this track, the more I think it's a shame it never returned. It's actually really fun. I think it flows really nicely and has some interesting corners. I really should have returned. NG Sporto 7. It's a shame it's only excluded to this game. Is that the... I actually thought about buying that one. The GTR here. With the funky colors. It's a car that I did consider buying. For this championship. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like the looks of it, to be honest. Oh god, that was too fast. A little too fast. Stop cutting corners, bad sportsmanship. Who said anything about good sportsmanship? Once again, like to go back to something I talked about earlier, it makes me really, really interested in the Kaizo mode for the Spec 2 mod. Like actually playing GT4 without ever being able to cut or ram or wall ride. It's gonna be pretty interesting. When you can't really gain much of an advantage through anything. The thing is, I mean, you can still do driving techniques that aren't completely clean and legal. Like, you can still block people if they try to pass. You know, you can swerve on straights. It's not really something the game can detect, really. So unless you yourself decide not to do it, it's still an option. And light nudges and pushing someone off is still possible as long as you don't hit them too hard. So you can still drive dirty, but it's a lot harder to pull off, and it's especially a lot more risky. So even though it's still somewhat possible, it's still somewhat discouraged. Get off the grass. No touching grass here. Dustin doesn't touch grass, confirmed. And actually, it is the opposite. I always do touch grass. Why do you think so many people complain about my corner cutting? I touch more grass than anybody, I would say. I mean, that would be a challenge in of itself. And can you beat Gran Turismo whichever, honestly, without touching grass? It reminds me a little bit of a certain kind of challenge run that I've seen people do on YouTube. It's where they try to play through any Need for Speed game without hitting traffic. And that's also pretty interesting. Because traffic is basically random in those games. But I like to do some Need for Speed content again. Like I feel like I only do it once in a blue moon. I feel like each time I do it, you guys actually really enjoy it. So maybe I can do some Need for Speed again. Oh god. Try to read a cryptic chat message. I think we'll have to do another lap here. Actually, we might have to do 2 laps. And I think I'm far enough ahead. $30 seconds? What's my gap? $11 seconds, yeah, there's no way. I'm gonna have to be 2 laps. If it was 30 seconds in, then I could wait at the finish line. Honestly, that's something I really want to do on the Nordschleife. If at all possible. If I cross the finish line with like 30 seconds still on the clock, oh my god, and I have to do a full extra lap. That would be awful. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I've ever been on the Nordschleife in this game. It might be the first time that I see it in this game. Actually, I think we've already been there for like a race or 2. What car am I supposed to be looking at here? This is a... was it Tommy Kyra ZZ2? Or as we just dubbed it, a burnout car. A car from Burnout that just happened to make its way into GT. Oh my god. Okay, continue. That's the thing, we don't actually have any weight, so I couldn't push the car off. Instead the opponent pushed me off there. Some of those rip-off Hot Wheels toys you find at a Best Buy. Okay, that's also a pretty funny description. I mean, I really think it looks like a Burnout car. There's just something about the lights and general shape. It makes it look like a car from Burnout. I think there's a lot of games with fictional cars. But something about this just screams Burnout to me. Wow, that is nice. Duff with a 69 viewer rate. Dude, 100%. That was intentional. And outfitting, like, I also saw you were playing GT6 earlier. I totally did not hijack your stream earlier when I had to restart the stream, by the way. Hey, and Duff with the 45 months. Thank you. Appreciate it. F? Yeah, it's time. Nice. Okay, we're back. The raid actually coincided perfectly with the daily stream resets that I've been getting. This time it was a little earlier though. This time it was a couple minutes earlier. Like, that was too nice for the game to for the stream to handle. Anyway, thank you Duff once again for the raid and for the 45 months. In case I got lost. Much appreciated. How far did you get in your licensed car only run by now? Because I'm trying to do everything, like all of the events, because I still want to see everything the game has to offer, so I haven't played it yet fully. But I wonder if you skip through races and events, you could probably finish this relatively quickly. That should be okay, so it's actually pretty far ahead already. Although I do play this game in like very sporadic, short bursts. Like I don't actually like dedicate myself to playing GT6. It's just something that I play every now and then. For like 2 to 3 hours. Alright, Nürburgring, bring it on. I hope the timing on this is gonna be fine and I don't have to do another lap when there's only 30 seconds on the clock, on the timer. That would be terrible. The ZZ is kind of insane. And it's not even fully maxed out. Like, we could also still add the NA tuning to this one. I think someone mentioned it can get like around 1,000 horsepower. Okay, honestly, now that I'm here, I'm actually not sure if I've been to the Nordschleife in this game yet. This might be the first time. Oh yeah, nitrous. Fuck. So I'm not sure how long the gearbox is, but I could definitely see the car already pulling 300. Might just be good enough here. Yeah, that's the car I was driving earlier. Now I'm using automatic. Playing with manual is just too much when I'm streaming. I can't really pay attention to it. Also, actually, let me check something. Okay. Say my name, please, Eden. Say my name. Walter Weiß. Du bist gottverdammt richtig. It's actually it's not even correct German. I just translated word for word. It's not even correct grammar. I was 6th. And that skyline here is holding up the entire field. Now where's the rest? I've played GT4 with a keyboard before. No. But I know you can with an emulator. There was a time where I did play racing games with a keyboard, but not very long. Honestly, I think the game I played with a keyboard the most is either Trackmania or Need for Speed World. Because I did play quite a bit with a keyboard. Like, generally, I just don't have enough experience with keyboard driving. Uh-oh, this is not good. Yeah, the wing is tuned. We got max downforce. Which, I mean, frankly, for this track might not even be ideal. Not sure. Like on the Nordschleife, do you want higher or low downforce? I'm not sure. I mean, either way, whatever we have right now seems to work fine enough. Oh god, what the fuck was that bump? Why are you driving clean? I've already reached a state where people expect me to drive poorly so much that if I don't drive poorly, people are like, what's going on? What are you doing? Okay, let's see what this car can do. Okay, I'm gonna be a dick and activate high beams. Maybe I can blind the F1 in front. Dude, 330? It definitely has more in it. 340. Dude, that's without tuning and on high downforce. That's actually insane. That is actually insane. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's gonna have to be a 3-lap race for sure. Two laps, I think, would have been a bit optimistic. McLaren F1 race car. Oh god. I say Hawk Tour. Out of here. My 60k shitbox is more than enough. No, this is still emulated. I think this is fine enough that I don't think I need to buy an extra PS3 for this. But it's still better. Like, if you have a PlayStation 3, if you have the ability to, I would definitely recommend playing this on a PlayStation 3 instead. And the main reason why I'm emulating this is just out of convenience. I don't have to buy a PlayStation 3 and then set it up, you know, with like the capture card, the cables, etc, etc. Like, all that takes time and money, which for one game, I don't know. If you already have it set up and you have it already, then it's a different story. Okay, I'm not sure if I muted myself in time for the ambulance driving by. Or maybe you just missed it. Crap. Ban the Nightbot for spamming. I need to maybe change the intervals on Nightbot, but to be honest, some of the stuff he puts out isn't really relevant anymore. So I could maybe just throw some stuff out in general. Have I ever heard of the Backyard Sports Series? No, I can't say I have. What's that about? I have no idea of the wonders of the Backyard Sports Series. Is that like a game? Or something? Yeah, okay. Is the game serious? Okay. I got a lot of like weird recommendations. Like someone, what was the other game someone mentioned earlier? Something 2000. Good video. How did you get the green screen footage spliced together? Magic. That's all I could say. The thing is, we initially actually planned to make full versions of the parody songs from the GT4 video. We wanted to turn those into full songs and upload them to the second channel. I don't know. I feel like the thing is they work better in the video. As standalone music, I don't know. I'm not sure. Especially because, like, frankly, my singing wasn't that good. Like, it worked fine in the video for the montage as a transition scene, but I don't think I would listen to my own parody song as a standalone song. It's just not good enough for that. I gotta be brutally honest about myself. Like, I don't think I did too poorly. Like, I think I mentioned to James, like, my voice is kind of pretty much karaoke quality. It's not super dreadful, but it's just not something that you would listen to. It's fine in the video, it works. It's like karaoke quality. But it was fun. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's a request that I've gotten a few times by now. Also, Toby, thank you for the 28 months with tier motherfucking 3. Holy shit, thank you. I mean, we'll see. Honestly, I kind of want to make that dependent on James, because he would be the one putting it together. And he obviously has, like, you know, the most to do. If he wants to do it, he may do it. But like, personally, I just think that stuff works best in the video, and as standalone music, it's just, I don't know. We actually did talk about revisiting Forza Motorsport 8 earlier. Maybe we'll do it. I'll just grab a month of Game Pass, we'll check it out for a stream or two. And that's gonna be that. Yeah, honestly, I was surprised considering I have like zero voice training or anything. Like, I had zero experience with anything regarding voice-related stuff, voice acting, singing, nothing. Like, the only thing that I do is commentate and narrate. And in that sense, my singing voice isn't awful, but It's not nails on a chalkboard bad, but it's just... Nah, I would not listen to it. Like, I'm comfortable with my voice. Like, a lot of people cannot stand their own voice when it's recorded, right? Like, they listen to their own recordings or, like, voice messages and they're like, why the fuck do I sound like this? For me, it's not that bad. Like, I kind of like my voice. But, I don't know. The funny thing is, I'm not sure if I talked about this before. Maybe I didn't. Like when we basically wrote the script, or rather when I wrote the script and I came up with the idea to put these song parodies in. I thought for my parts I would use AI, legit. That was actually the idea for me initially. That I'm just gonna clone my voice via AI. Have James sing it in and then just have my voice, like my AI voice, kind of like cloned over it. That was actually the idea initially because I was too embarrassed to actually do some singing myself. Because I was like, this is just gonna sound fucking awful. And I wanted to sound like at least somewhat okay. So the idea for me was actually to just use AI in the beginning. And then I thought about it a little bit and I was like, you know what, it's not about it being good or bad, it's about it being authentic and being something real, you know. That I think is more important, that it's authentic and it feels, I don't know, it adds like some emotion to the video, if you will. And I think using AI would have just, like an AI cloned version of my voice would have just kind of ruined that. Would it have sounded better? Sure. I don't doubt that it would have sounded better. It probably would have. But it would have felt fake. You know? It would have felt fake. And ultimately, like, that was worse to me. Like, I was more okay with it sounding worse, but therefore authentic, than it sounding better, but therefore fake. So I ended up doing, like, the singing myself. In the end. Which is very interesting because initially, I did actually record myself singing once when I must have been like 16. Like I just recorded an attempt at a cover song of a cover song that I liked at the time. I recorded myself and then listened back to my recording and I was like, this is so bad, I will never do this again. Back then when I was 16, I was like, this sounds so unbelievably bad and this is so cringe, I will never do this again. Well, fast forward to today and I did it anyways. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So this is rain races. Race events themed around adverse weather conditions and open only to rear-wheel drive non-racing cars. You gotta be kidding me. How will you handle the unpredictable and erratic rainfall? I mean, that's what I predicted earlier. I was like, okay, we got some rain in the license test. I wonder if we'll have rain races. Well, voila. There it is. Okay, what's the most stable rear-wheel drive car I can possibly get? Actually, what are the requirements? Let me check first. Don't tell me sports tires are only allowed. Doesn't actually say anything about tires. Normal car? Doesn't say anything about tires. Diablo GT2, yeah, for sure. 650 PP is also a lot. Okay. So we're looking for anything between 550 and 650, I guess. I guess we can use racing softs. The question is if they're gonna wear out or not. If if there's actually tire wear in the races. I hope not. I mean, I guess MR and RR are allowed too, but I would rather not use an MR for raid races. Are tuning cars allowed? Yeah, I don't think they count as race cars. Maybe they're a little bit better. If I use the Ford Shelby, I will die. If I use the Viper, I will die. I mean, the races aren't really long. It's 1 lap on the Nordschleife. Was it like 3 laps around La Sarthe? Was it 2? 2 around La Sarthe and 3 around Spa. It doesn't really scream endurance to me. And look at the difference in quality between these. What the hell? Something that seems stable. I think the SLS AMG might be a good call. What do you think? Not too expensive either. Option Stream Z? Where do you see that one? Oh, there. You sure? I don't like the way this looks, to be honest. It's awful. I mean, it's a drift car, so I imagine it's probably not very good. SLS AMG stealth model. Would this count as a race car? Oh, it's a drag car, sorry. Yeah, that's even worse. SLS seems like a decent call, actually. Doesn't have boatloads of torque like most of the rest here. I think I'll go with this one. Okay, the blue actually looks nice, but we just had a blue car. I don't wanna keep using blue cars. Just this one's low. Now we can't take a race car, that's the thing. Isn't this car heavy? Yeah, but isn't that kind of the point? Actually, that's probably worse. 1,600 kilos, that's quite a lot. Let me scale back the PP limit. Means we'll have to spend way more on upgrades, but maybe we can find something that's a little better. Thing is, we can also add a weight reduction to the SLS. Which is just so much. Aston might not be a bad idea. Actually, it weighs just as much. LFA. Decisions. Now, NASCAR's probably count as race cars. Don't think they're allowed. Honestly, I don't think it matters that much. I actually think the SLS is good. As long as we put some rate reductions on. Like, I don't see any better alternatives here. Maybe this one. But I think tuning is probably limited for that one. As long as we had a rear wing and enough downforce on the SLS, it should be fine. I'd imagine. Has a pretty decent wheelbase as well. think that's gonna be fine. There are no good options here, to be honest. We'll probably struggle with anything. Legit, the car that would be the best for this is actually the ZZ. Honestly, like, we should probably use that one again. What does this add? Am I stupid? Oh yeah, no, it does. It like yeah. Just didn't remove it. Okay. It doesn't actually have any custom wings. These work pretty okay. Okay, wait, that's actually funny. You can completely remove the... you can completely remove the automatic wing there. Okay, that's kind of funny. Now, so that looks a bit like a GT wing. Like this one. Yeah, it looks a little bit like the Forza wing though, I will say. Like the general form. Kind of similar. I do like the stock rims, but I feel like if we already have like a semi-LM look for this one, we might as well go all out. These actually look pretty good already. How will we use these again? I like the ones we had earlier. These here. I gotta say the car looks a lot better in blue. I don't know. Maybe just me. Okay, now the important part. So it didn't really matter which tires we used, right? Can we use... Wait, why don't we use... We have to use these. Intermediate or heavy wets? We actually have to use these for the first time. If I use the slicks, we're cooked. Question is which ones? We don't know how much rain there is gonna be. Yeah, we're doing the Rain Masters Cup. Yeah, honestly, give me maximum rate reduction. It will be necessary. I think I can buy tires in the race itself. That's something we could do. supercharger. That actually doesn't do that much. Rain tires do decrease PP, interesting. I guess we'll see. This entire dude was really expensive. Okay, let's enter the race and check. I mean, the races aren't terribly long. I commit Ferraris where he put slicks on in the wet. I don't think I should. Okay, interesting. It's dry at first. Oh, never mind. So is that heavy rain or should we use intermediates? That's not much downforce. It's heavy. Can we get to 50? 50? Yeah, there we go. I think I want that here. I want an even weight distribution. Okay, so I guess we're doing... That's 100% wet? Okay, I guess we're doing heavy wet. Well, shit! Okay, let's see what we do. This might go wrong. Definitely keeping traction control on this time. Oh, the hood is carbon. I totally forgot. I forgot to buy the painted one. I mean, it looks interesting enough. Okay, I mean, so far so good actually. This Hannah's fine so far. I can't see shit though. In that sense, this is pretty realistic. Okay, I actually think this is pretty fine. This does work pretty well. Okay, still have to be careful. It's nice to have some extra races in the rain now. Not sure if those were already a thing in GT5, but I don't think so. I don't remember. Notch Dive is gonna be a lot of fun though. I can already tell you that much. That's gonna be a lot of fun. The tire screeching is pretty intense though. Maybe I do need to even increase the traction control, honestly. I'm still getting wheel spin. Oh yeah, I definitely do not want to put TCS to 0. There's an MP412C. That actually would have been a relatively good choice as well. I mean, wait, isn't that one MR? Surprisingly stable. Yeah, I didn't even consider any of the MR cars. I was just like, alright, an FR car that gives off a good first impression. I'm not sure if it's emulator related, but the rain looks a little strange in the interior camera. I don't expect drive club quality, especially because it's still a PlayStation 3 game, but it looks a little weird. Although, to be fair, they still have rain before Forza had rain, right? Rain only got introduced with Forza Motorsport 6, which was 2015, I think? Yeah. So Gran Turismo definitely had the leg up in that regard. I mean, they had rain races for a little while longer. Just always has its separate special condition events. But this looks a little bad in the cockpit camera, I will say. It's like really weird little drops. Yeah. I mean, okay. Better comparison for a game that did this way better is probably the Dirt games. Those did come out at the same time. Also for like PlayStation 3. Like Dirt, I think actually only Dirt 3 had weather, Dirt 2 didn't. Weather in that game looked insane, especially snow. In order to reset the save file, you need to open up the memory cards menu in PCSX2 and create a new one. It should be somewhere under settings. I don't remember what it looked like from the top of my head. But yeah. I'll look for memory cards somewhere in the PCSX2. And there you want to just make a new one. Now, Forza Motorsport 5 didn't have rain. They didn't have that yet. That's kind of the big thing with Motorsport 5 was how much of a disappointment it was because it didn't really do anything new. Didn't really add anything. I think it only took stuff away. Alright, we survived. $69,600, nice. Yeah, we're definitely not getting a lot of money back from this event though. I can tell you that much. Two laps on the south. It should be a little easier, I think. What? Why? What? Why did it put me on sports tires? You telling me I can't use rain tires on a rain race? Are you nuts? Oh, dude, flashbang. Wait, no, we're back on heavyweights. Wait, what? Huh? Why did it say swap the tires back to sports if we're still on the heavyweights? That does not make a whole lot of sense. But okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, I don't think that's an emulator bug. You don't really get bugs like that through the emulator. Emulator bugs is usually just visual stuff for audio. It's not like just game mechanics not working, you know? Or giving you like weird stuff like this. It doesn't really feel like an emulator bug, that's just the game. Or maybe it's, yeah, maybe it's part of the vision that I don't fully comprehend. I'm just gonna... real quick. Okay, that might not actually be faster. My pleasure, reset. Good night, man. Yeah, honestly, if this car can do it, I might actually go back to the ZZ. Like either this or like I'm really worried about the Nordschleife. Wait, we can't. I'm an idiot. We can't go back to the ZZ. Oh god, someone crashed. My god, you gotta be so stupid. You gotta be so stupid, dude. We can't go back to the ZZ because this event is only for rear-wheel drive cars. Hast du ja Turbo? Yeah, I don't think we can win this. I think we're way too far behind now. Maybe if I dive bomb these corners. Okay, actually this worked. That was actually pretty good. That actually helped a ton. Okay, maybe this is still doable. I would say this is a little bit painful on the controller. This feels like trying to play an actual sim on a controller right now. Like, I think on a wheel this is fine. This controls like ass on a controller. I'm just gonna be really honest with that. This is kind of like if you were to play Assetto Corsa or... like, honestly, take any hardcore sim and try to play it on a controller. This is actually painful to control. Yeah, maybe I don't imagine that racing softs will be better here. But we could try that as a Hail Mary. Like this I can still see myself winning, but Nordschleife is... oof, man. Because here I feel like I only won thanks to the corner cuts. I think just by my own... with the car, I don't think I could have... pulled it off. Oh god. I should have bought a Mustang, yeah. Something American would have been better here, something heavier with more torque, clearly. The choppy frame rate obviously doesn't help either with this. Doesn't necessarily make things easier. The problem is, with the controller, I feel like I'm not getting enough feedback from the car. That's my main problem, which is why I think this is sort of painful, and even then, fine steering is really difficult. It's actually pretty painful. Upscale the graphics? I think I did a little bit, yeah. Okay. That one we got done at least. Nordschleife, we'll see. I'll give it one attempt. Wherever we'll finish, that's gonna be that. I'm never gonna try that again. Never gonna try the Nordschleife race again. I'll do this once and exactly once. Yeah, we know that's bullshit game. I still think I should check it regardless. Oh boy. Yeah, heavyweights are still installed. I mean, how much do racing softs cost? It's not worth it. Yeah, Nürburgring with these conditions, with this car. Sounds like fun. I'll do this exactly once. Wherever I'll finish, that's gonna be that. I will never do this again. Oh my god, and it's the 24-hour layout as well. Fuck me. As if things could not get bad enough. I mean, honestly, maybe there's some opportunities to cut ahead here, so this might actually be a blessing in disguise. And maybe I should have bought something like this here. Like the KTM crossbow. That might actually been a better choice. Super lightweight. And lower horsepower. Insanely unstable, really? More unstable than this? Man. Okay, this is where the magic happens. Okay. Did jump ahead a fair bit. The 5 drivers overtake. Let's see if I can do it. Yep. Can't use forward drive cars. Only rear wheel drive. Like, they made sure to make this as painful as possible. Rear wheel drive only. They need to be fast. And no race cars allowed. Like, I don't think it could have made this more painful. Like, this is actually Kaizo. This is real Kaizo shit right here. I don't think it could have made this any more painful if you tried. Okay, good. I mean, guy in first is not too far away. I think as long as I don't bin it and time my overtakes well, we might actually just be able to pull it off. But I have to concentrate, dude. So, I apologize if I ignore chat a little bit during this race. But as they say, we gotta look in. You know, I'm born to dilly-daddle. But now I'm forced to lock in. That's basically my life. Can I ask a question? Sure. I might read it later though. We gotta lock in here. Okay, but the pace is really good. Seems like the AI actually can't handle this too well either. No Schleife in the wet. Okay, emulate GT5. Look up RPCS3. In fact, I think I might still have a command for this. Exclamation mark GT5 setup. It should be. Should tell you everything you need to know. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we already have the FXX in front of us. It's really good. Yeah, look at this. The AI cannot cope with this track either. It's too much for them. Like these cars, this track, and then the rain on top. The AI is constantly making mistakes here as well. Yeah, look. Okay. Look how much they slowed down here for this corner. Like they almost came to a standstill. Okay, so I think as long as I keep it clean, I will be faster. Because the AI will keep making mistakes, especially now that they're behind me. They'll try to... I don't know. I'm not sure if I would say rubber bands, but... there will definitely be shenanigans. Yeah. That was actually what made this somewhat possible. That the AI is not super well equipped for these conditions either. And they will be very slow and they will be making mistakes. The meaning of rubber banding? Rubber banding basically means if a car is behind you, it will speed up to try and catch up to you, even breaking the physics if necessary, like being way faster than it should be. And if an AI driver is in front of you, they will slow down. Like they will basically, like you can basically imagine it like a magnet around your car that's pulling AI drivers towards you. And Gran Turismo is guilty of having it as well. It's more obvious in some games than others. Like, I think it's the most obvious in the earlier Gran Turismo games. Especially Gran Turismo 1, 2, and 3. They have some pretty egregious rubber bands. And to be honest, especially Gran Turismo 2. Like, this is borderline impossible to shake the opponents in some of the first few races. But 3 can also get goofy with that. With 4 they started to kind of like let off a little bit. It's not as obvious anymore. Still there, but not super obvious. Oh my god, okay. I think we survived. I actually managed to clutch out a win here, but I had to really look in for this. Yeah, once again, only thanks to the AI actually being really slow here. And we could see it firsthand. I'm actually almost 17 seconds ahead. Okay, take it easy there. Don't panic when you go off track here. Alright, GG's. My god, what a championship. This was actually surprisingly exhausting. Surprisingly exhausting. Very demanding. Jesus, okay. Let's hope that we don't have to do more of this pain later on. And if so, then at least I hope we can use cars that are a little bit better equipped for these kinds of conditions. And no prize car for this either. We got prize cars for events here. Alright. Another one-make race is open too. And the GT World Championship. Finale is already here, man. I think I want to do the rest too. I think all of this might take another 2 streams. Maybe even 3 if I take all of these here into account. Like the mission races, coffee breaks. Dream one-make races. We still got a lot to do here. Probably 3 or 4 more streams. We'll see. Oops. Well, this will be the next one. Dream Car Championship. There's a lot of stars here. It's a full-on championship. Big one too. But yeah, I think that should be it for today, for me at least. So tomorrow we'll check out another obscure racing game, which I'm actually really looking forward to playing. I did test it a little bit and to, you know, generally set it up. And it looks like a lot of fun. It looked really, really fun. So, yeah, start to check it out tomorrow. But for today... Okay. Slider. Stop before I left. Do flip. I can't. I will break my neck and you will never get another stream again. Money Badger, thank you for the 22 months. Just in time before ending the stream. But yeah, I'll catch you back tomorrow with another obscure racer game. It's been a while. Gonna be fun. Unlucky just joined. Well, thanks to me. We have a VOD channel. And the GT6 VOD should come up pretty much right away. Like this VOD for today should come up on Wednesday. So if you missed today's stream, just check back in with the VOD channel. Here's the link if you need it. We might in fact also be streaming to the VOD channel soon, so if you'd rather watch on YouTube, also subscribe there. I'll probably restream to the VOD channel starting tomorrow or starting on Wednesday, we'll see. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. It was nice to come back to streaming after a little break after the big YouTube video we did. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it as always. Thanks for all the support. There were a lot of subs today. Like, Jesus Christ, so many subs. Can't even keep track of all of them. But yeah, thanks for everything. Take care, take it easy, and as always, peace. See you guys.